Okay, so projection screen TV here we got. Now, probably won't come across too many of these when you're doing scrapping or whatever. They're pretty rare anymore. They're very old. But they're kind of fun to look at. There's some cool stuff in here you might want to check out and see. And if you do ever come across it, you can know what you're looking at and what you get. There's a couple pieces in here that are actually worth a buck or two. So first of all, I already unscrewed this back of this. There's usually about 8 to 10 screws holding this plastic cover on the back here. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a chore to get it off there. Now, first thing, let's see, once you want to carefully take this off, because there is a mirror in here. You can see that there. Mirrors in there. It's a triangular shaped kind of mirror. Usually pretty heavy. Sometimes I've seen a couple of them that have like a fake plastic type of mirror in there. It's like Mylar. This one's a real one though, and it's kind of got some weight to it. I like those mirrors. But I'm a mirror guy. It's probably selling somebody something or whatever, because it does have an odd shape to it. I got quite a few of them. So, all right. So what you're looking at now, this is the Ferrol lens, and that is a big magnifying glass. And this is what you can sell these on eBay. People will buy them. They make these stands for them, and do little experiments with them. Melting stuff and whatnot. Pretty neat things. And I've seen them go for like $50 or so. I've got several of them. Another one I did not long ago. See, it's got that magnifying effect. And put that out in the sun, that centers that thing. Magnifying glass works. It's pretty cool. Try to get a bunch of them. All right, so these are your lenses, and that's just they get a red, a green, and a amber usually. Sometimes I've seen blue ones in there. That goes up under your screen or your mirror, reflects onto this, which magnifies it and puts it out. That's how you get your picture. Down here. So down here, just a little bit here. Down here, there's all your components, of course. There's nothing in here that's going to hurt you or anything like that, especially if old these things are. They haven't been turned on forever, so you're not going to have that much to worry about. You're going to find some chips in here. They're processor chips, lots of copper transformer type things, some aluminum heat sinks, and then each TV, these are all actually screens to televisions. So many television screens in here, which this is what they look like when they're all taken apart. So mini tube, 3 of them in there, and I like the lenses too. They're pretty cool to, you need to magnify stuff. Makes a little magnifying glass of your glasses look pretty weak with these things. They're really powerful magnifiers. So I'm going to start with what I like to do first. I'm going to cut all these wires, and I can pull this this bottom panel out of here, and then take off the piece from there. There's also a chip in here, the processing chip, and sometimes I've yet to find one, but there's like it's supposed to be a really good one in here. That's a gold-plated, gold terminal in one of these in some brand. I haven't found one yet. It's like the holy grail of a projection screen TV thing, I guess. But these are pretty straightforward once you get to this point. Like I say, there's the lens. You take all these pieces of plastic off of here, pull that lens out of there. this board here. I'll snip all these wires and we'll pull that out of there, it's just on the board, and then we'll proceed to take off these other lenses here. All right, so we'll come right back in just a minute. Okay, so disconnect most of the wires down here from this thing, and pull it out here. Yeah, you'll see it a little better. Board here. Some spiders under there. There's always spiders in these. Be aware of that. Always find spiders. Especially when they're out in somebody's yard. If you put these up in somebody's yard, yeah, I can guarantee there's gonna be a black widow or two, or whatever kind of spider you're got around you. They like the inside of these for some reason. I have one. That last one, that feral one that came out of the last one was had a freaking rat nest in it. It was just unreal. And it was had been out in the guy's yard, so it was completely infested with rats, and it was really bad. Really bad. I don't know. The rats are eating the spiders, I guess. We're eating the spiders in that one. The wires just connected here in the back. We'll just throw it out entirely. Yeah, it doesn't gotta be pretty. We don't care about none of this stuff really. It's wires out and get it out of there and do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I usually go and I spray it off with the hose just so I can kind of see what components are in here, if there's anything worthwhile. A couple processing chips here, probably not nothing major. Aluminum heat sink, a few, 1, 2, 3 of those, 4 of those. All these little things here are copper capacitors and inductors. Usually not too much in this thing. More aluminum heat sinks here for those diodes. And yeah, another copper spool there. So there's usually a few things on these boards that are decent. Loading my collection of inductors and transformers and whatnot, and it all adds up in the end. And aluminum, I just showed you before that I got quite a bit of that. So a lot of aluminum heat sinks, more than there. Okay, and yeah, this thing. I mean, if any TV is gonna have this this kind of transformer thing for the guns. It's useless. It's worth nothing at all. Even the wires that come on it are like, there's nothing. The wires in those that go to these tubes on the back of those, all these wires, there's nothing. There's not even copper in those. It's a electron stream that flows through this more or less. So just to see what we got going here with the copper, if any. So like I said, a lot of times these TVs will have aluminum wires in them anymore, and kind of sucks, but cheap people. Here, just gonna see what you. And usually, if one of them's copper or aluminum, then you can just bet they all are. They're gonna go cheap. They're gonna go cheap all the way. Yeah, and I'm seeing. It looks like aluminum to me right there, for sure, right there. So more than likely, all these wires are going to be aluminum in here, and so it kind of sucks. But this is like the last one was like this too. They were all aluminum wires. Yeah, I'm sure you can't see that on there, but the shiny silver. When it's shiny silver, that means it's aluminum, not copper. And so I'll just cut these out of there, just get them out of my way, and just roll them up and throw them in with the aluminum, and that'll, when I take that all in, I'll just be dirty aluminum, about the price you get for like 10 cans, 25 cents a pound or thereabouts. So, okay. This one though will be the power cord, and like I say, power cords are nearly almost always going to be copper, just because it's carrying that power continuously. And yeah, it's copper, so that's all good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'll take these lenses out, and let's see how those look. You check them out. Pretty cool.